How you doing, Walkman here? Rant review of Raw, um, for February, the last Raw, February 28th, Monday, February 28th, 2022. Want to give a little bit detail, detail and a little bit more of exactly the bullshit. So, if you didn't see the show, it starts off. It starts off with a KO show. He's basically recapping the Elimination Chamber, and then Seth Rollins comes out and he boasts about the fact that they have a match. They have a match with the Alpha Academy. If they win this, they get added to a triple threat for the tag team belts. It's triple. If I hold on, if I remember right, so if it, let's see, it's I think it's a triple. If I remember right. That can't be right because well, they only have 4 teams. So what the fuck? No, I don't know where I'm getting this triple threat shit. No, I'm thinking of AEW most likely. It's going to be a triple threat for their tag team belts, which they're actually doing a battle royal, 2 of them, because it's beginning of the year and the rankings reset. So there might be 2 tag teams that have two. They haven't have a chance to even fight yet. So it's early in the year, so that's why they're doing the battle royals. With WWE, you have to beat the champions and then qualify to actually get the. Like champions should not be. It's rare champions do get beat or pinned in other promotions. It seems to be and I'm not going to single out one over the other because a lot of promotions protect their champions usually, and if they do get pinned, it's over it's some fluke or it's some fuckery. But with WWE, you had it's a damn epidemic of bullshit of like, okay, well, we'll just pin you lose this week, and then man, but you'll win next week, or you lose, so that way we'll get a match out of it. But then but for the actual shit, for the actual titles, you win. You do it through via some fuckery you did, whatever, or some other bullshit. And then those people who challenged for the tag team titles, if there was some fuckery that went on, like another team or another person who interfered and cost them the actual the title match, then they'll move on to that program, and then your so-called champions will go on somewhere else. That seems to happen a lot, especially with the Usos. It's like the Usos will lose like a motherfucker, and then when it actually counts, somehow they'll eke out a victory, or it'll be some other fuckery that they did. And I mean, it's because they're part of the bloodline. They want them to have those belts, especially when they're going into WrestleMania. They want them to have the belts so they can be with Roman, so that look of the bloodline all holding gold. I mean, I get it, but it's absolute bullshit. And like I said, it's 4 teams now. Not each. I mean, it's because the so-called brand split. Fuck out of here with that shit. So it's then after. So, by the way, so it's Alpha Academy versus Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens. They go over. They go. Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens goes over, so there will be a match for this. They do get a tag title match. Um, so Omos versus T. So now next match is Omos versus T Bar, and T Bar doesn't have the mask. Which it's if T Bar is uh, Donovan Dijak Djokovic, if I'm saying it right. When he was in Ring of Honor, it was just Dijak, which is way easier, simpler. So Omos obviously got what 3 inches on T Bar. I mean, Dijak is already what it is already pushing 7 feet, and Omos is already pushing 7 feet, but he's damn near they ranked him at 6'11", if I remember right. I might be wrong, or it might be 7'1". Anyway, this is he just he listen. Omos looks intimidating, but he barely can. He's not agile. I mean, I get it. He's a freaking look. Paul White is more agile at his heaviest than this person. This is why he gets clowned the fuck out. Like, like he look. It's like this. Omos can move better than Kali, but not by much. Not by much. So Omos wins with basically just a choke slam. I mean, he did Rad Dog. I mean, it was impressive for the. If you know the size of Dijak, he is an impressive size. And the fact that he kind of almost ragdolled him, it was pretty. It was an impressive sight. Now I didn't go into this because I forgot about this match. I'll give some details. It's a fucking triple threat. It's Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan, and make sure I get all of it. And let me see, Bianca Belair, and Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, and Liv Morgan versus Becky Lynch, Nikki Ash, and Piper Niven. Well, it used to be Piper Niven. Doudrop, but Piper Niven. I'm hoping they get this. Anyway, so it's a 3-on-3 match. So towards the end, Becky Lynch is grabbing Belair's hair. She got her hair is out. She's grabbing her hair. She's doing miming that shit like come here. So Bianca gets that shit, starts whipping the fuck out of Becky. Backside, the welts. She jumps out of the fucking ring like a scalded dog. And you can hear it. And I think some of the I don't know if the added effect, but you could see that you could hear like a whipping sound with each. So I don't know if they enhanced it because there was definitely piped in crowd noise. I mean, I'm not saying the crowd wasn't into it, but it's so hard to tell if you're piping in crowd noise. It's so fucking ridiculous. You have a full crowd now. Let the crowd react, okay? I'm quite sure they enjoy this. You got 3 women in that ring that can go. They don't give them. I mean, looking at Rhea Ripley, you mean she can go. You don't give her any fucking thing. I mean, she broke up. She so far. If I make sure I lost, I didn't lose count. She at 4 different occasions. She has 3 or 4 different occasions. She has pinned Nikki Ash. They used to be tag team champions. Used to be partners. Nikki went heel. That's over and done with. And Nikki, all Nikki's been doing since then is just eating pins like a motherfucker. But this goes let me see. The end of this match after Becky got the fuck out, Belair was the legal person, and so she actually gives Nikki Ash the KOD, pins the bitch. Once again, like I just said, she was eating pins like the straight up potato chips. All right, let's see. Now, let's get into the matches. Okay, so let me see. More Elimination Chamber recaps. Shit. Let me see. So it's Robert Roode versus Tommaso Ciampa versus. Hold on. Robert Roode. Yeah, it's Ciampa versus Tommaso. Yeah, so 1-on-1 match. All right, Ciampa fires up. Wait. So wait, is this? I want to make sure. Is this? Hold on. Okay, so if you don't know, Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler, they're in a tag team. Now, Dolph Ziggler has popped up on NXT, I believe, last week, causing problems for because he wants to challenge for the NXT championship. I don't know when that fight's happening. I have not watched a full episode of NXT 2.0 since they. It looks like it's a straight. You if you know, you know. I'm not the only one to say this. It's a straight up clown show. There's characters and good athletes on there. There's stuff about it to like, but it's not like it's not nothing like the original NXT. That was the main reason why I kept the WWE app for so long, was because of that. Was because that was the main reason, was to watch NXT. Then I went to USA and I just and WD, I just it wasn't in protest. It wasn't picking one or the other, but it was nothing compelling going on during the so-called Wednesday Night Wars. It just wasn't. So Ziggler gets on the apron. Cause yeah, he's in the corner of Robert Roode. Like I said, they're tag team partners. All right. After a series of reversals, Ciampa rolls up Roode for the win. So once again, the deadly roll up. All right. So okay. After the match, Roode attacks Ciampa from behind. Ziggler super kicks Ciampa. Ziggler grabs the mic and says, "The Dirty Dogs are going to teach NXT champion Braun Breaker and Ciampa a lesson tomorrow night at NXT." So this is Tuesday night. So you must have the match must have happened. I don't cover it. Maybe at some point I will, but right now I don't do any recaps for 2.0. All right, now Dana Brooke. This is the 24/7 crew. Dana Brooke, Reggie versus Tamina and Akira Tozawa. All right. So this is what it is. So it's Brooke sends Tamina into the corner. Brooke charges in and eats an elbow. Tozawa tags himself. So it was a mixed match tag. Okay. Tozawa goes after Brooke. Reggie hits his whoopee cushion finish for the win. So Reggie pins Tozawa, whatever the fuck the whoopee. I can't even describe this move, the whoopee cushion finish. But they win. Dana Brooke and so the winners are Dana Brooke and Reggie. Okay. After the match, Brooke plants a huge kiss on Reggie. Tamina goes. Then Tamina does the same to Tozawa for reasons unknown. So Dana kisses Reggie, and then Tozawa gets a kiss from Tamina. I guess like, oh, whatever you can do, I can do better type shit. All right, in-ring segment. Okay, this is the Mysterio's in-ring segment. All right, so that brings out the Hurt Business. The Hurt Business, which is Cedric Alexandra and it's Sheldon Benjamin, which is she's to say the loser business. So they're having another tag team fight with the Mysterios. So the end of this match comes when Mysterio takes out Alexandra with a diving Rana to the outside. Miz tries to pull Dominic out of the ring. Mysterio takes off after Miz. Benjamin rolls up down has another roll up. Fucking another roll up. So listen, if you don't know, Miz, like I said, I'm just now going into details, but more detail with Raw and these recaps and rants. But the Miz has been going back and forth with the Mysterios. So apparently he came out. He came out. He tried to pull Dominic out the ring while they're having a match. He's not part of the match at all. Mysterio takes off after the Miz. Benjamin rolls up Dominic for the win. Sheldon Benjamin gets a pinfall victory over Dominic and the Mysterios. So I wouldn't be surprised. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But Most likely, they probably have another match either with them either next week or the week after that, and that way the Mysterios get their win back. 50-50 booking. Bruce Pritchard needs to get shot in the. I'm sorry. Let me not say that. All right. So segment with let me see. Let me sure I'm not missing anything. And remember, it's 3 hour show still. Street Profits versus RK Bro. All right. All right. Frogs. Okay, so Ford lands a frog splash, but it looks like he lands on Orton's shoulder. Orton tries to put his foot on the bottom rope, but Dawkins pushes it away for the referee counts to 3. So the Street Profits actually go over. After the match, everyone checks on Orton. That looked bad. So yeah, Orton has a history of shoulder problems, so multiple shoulder surgeries. All right. Okay, backstage segment. Austin Theory. Austin Theory is with Vince again. This are these awkward ass. I'm not gonna say it. All right. Let me go to the end. Theory. Okay. Mr. McMahon sides. Mr. McMahon assures Theory that it isn't that kind of show. Mr. McMahon walks away. Theory says, with a sinister look on his face, that it could be. So he's talking. So yeah, this most likely is gonna be. Let me make sure I got all this. Yeah, because they're talking about the upcoming interview. Because Vince McMahon, is supposed to be on the Pat McAfee show. I believe it's set for this Thursday. And so most likely, it sounds like Theory is going to show up and probably attack Pat McAfee. So it's going to be most likely it's going to be McAfee against the Austin Theory, which makes way more sense than 76-year-old Vince. I mean, going into the ring. I understand it would be a spectacle, and that's what he wants. He wants a spectacle. That's what WrestleMania is all about, the spectacle. But for fuck's sake, you listen. Sting is 61, and he's still younger than Vince, and Sting is still and he kept in shape. He's not just built. He has cardio. He has endurance, and and it was 3 tag team matches I seen him in. And the last one I seen him in, he took most of the fight because he took Darby out. It was the wait, was it the Acclaimed? Who the hell was it? Yeah, it was the Acclaimed versus Darby. Yeah, it was the Acclaimed versus Sting and Darby, and the Acclaimed took out. If I remember correctly, took out they fucked Darby up something bad. He had to get taken to the back, so it was just 2-on-1, Sting and the Acclaimed for the longest, and he held his own at fucking what 61, 62. Like what the. He did it. All right. Almost coming to the end. Just make sure I'm just going over everything. Let me see. Now, United States champion versus. I touched on this briefly on the news about Scott Hall, so it's United States champion Damian Priest versus Finn Balor. Okay. Priest lands south of heaven for a near fall. That's his finisher, south of heaven, which is now. No, that's not. No, that's not what he's calling the Razor's Edge. I don't think. I have to double check that. So, Priest lands south of heaven for a near fall. Balor reverses the reckoning the reckoning is the Razor's Edge, into the final cut. Balor lands another woo drop kick, followed by the coup de grace for the win. So, new U.S. champion is Finn Balor. After almost a year of Priest being booked as a badass, he can't change his whole gimmick to this fucking psychopathic, I need to Hulk up bullshit. Damn near we're good with the better part of a year being undefeated. Gets defeated by Kevin Owens last month. Now he loses his title. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know. I'm hoping I'm wrong, but between Nikki Ash, just off the top of my head, between Nikki Ash and Damian Priest, I mean, if they're not part of the cuts, and they shouldn't be because it's not like they can use the people. I don't know what the fuck, man. When you book to look like a fucking clown and just eat pen after pen, I mean, I ain't trying to talk it into existence. I mean, into reality, but for fuck's sake, shit. But yeah, I'm happy for Finn Balor. I really am. I am. I'm happy, but it was like unceremonious. This came out of nowhere. Finn been eating a whole bunch of pins. It came. It was noted late January that the little bit of push. I mean that right now that Finn would be only used to really get over newer guys, and that's how he's been eating. He's been putting on great matches, and that's what he's been doing. Is like eating pins. I mean, especially after that fucking the demon lost to Roman. Hey, look, people don't make a big enough deal. I forgot which if it was SummerSlam. I might be wrong, but the fact that the demon lost and he rarely loses, if at all, the demon usually wins. I mean, and nobody really thought the demon was gonna win against Roman, but that's like he once he goes into demon mode, he usually wins, and people didn't make a big enough deal. I mean about that, and I understand that it was through some supposed. If you could go back and look, the top rope, he goes up for the coup de grace, and the top rope snapped, and he fell, and I was able to make that gave Roman enough enough of the distraction, if you will, to go ahead and hit his finisher and pin him and win. I mean, after that, fucking Roman went looked up like, yeah, that was God who did that. I'm like, damn, he God turned heel. Anyway, so I believe that was no. Nope. Edge finally gets an answer. If I think I touched on this, he teased that it might be Cody or it might be AJ Styles. AJ Styles comes out and because he wants an opponent, and they've been wanting this. They both want a fight at WrestleMania, but Edge attacks. They go, not only I mean they go back and forth a little bit, but Edge basically attacks him first, gives him a concerto, a one man concerto. He hits him, I believe, 3 times with the concerto. I mean, he made it look good. It almost looked like he hit the. So, I mean, he had to hit his head a little bit. I mean, he probably tapped it. But he made it look good, and it was vicious. It's unnecessarily vicious. He gave him a one man concerto. Now that's how we. And and I'm making sure I didn't forget anything. Yeah, that's how the show ends with Edge looking fucking beastly after those concertos. He looked crazed in the face, but fuck, that's about it. But let me go back and just touch on this. Something I looked over a little bit. The 3-on-3 match, with Becky, one with Piper, Becky, Belair. Belair had fought. I believe it was 2 weeks. Oh, this probably wasn't even last week. Yeah, they showed highlights of her giving Doudrop, Piper Niven, the KOD. That might have been one of the matches they already had that I mentioned, because they had fought 3 or 4 times already. Fought Piper, lost all of them. Like, why do you? This is repetition. The fucking repetition is ridiculous. It really is. But go ahead. Anything other news that pops up, I'll get on it as fast as I can. Remember, this is so I like doing these, get some of my frustration out, and it's like a hobby, and I'm hoping you're enjoying it too. Um, I, you know, so if you like that, just go ahead and watch some of my other videos. I will be giving you a recap of Dynamite, and I'm probably gonna start doing Dark as best I can, both Dark, the Elevation, and uh, and the original Dark. All right, catch y'all.